Yes, good evening, students. So, in today's class, okay, we will be having a discussion that is regarding the what do you mean by the slicing? Okay, how the slicing could be done in the list. Okay, and then even we will be having a discussion that is regarding the examples of how the slicing could be done in a list, and even we will be seeing the practical implementation of how the slicing could be done in a list. Okay, and then even we will be having a discussion that is regarding the what are all the built-in methods that are going to be used in the list. Okay, so in today's class we will be looking into the slicing concept and then the built-in method concept. Okay, so here now you should now let us begin now. Okay, that is with the today's class, that is how the list can be sliced. Okay, so this is what is the one of the most important topic, okay, which each and every student has to know. Okay, so here what do you mean by the slicing? Okay, so first of all you should understand what do you mean by the slicing. Okay, so probably, okay, in the general meaning of the slicing is nothing but to cut, right? The slice means what? To cut. Okay, so here how the list can be sliced means, so here we are, if I want to retrieve, okay, the sub content of the main list, so I will be using the slicing concept. So slicing is nothing but, okay, a feature of a feature which helps us to retrieve the elements, okay, whatever the elements that we are going to mention with the help of the index number, starting index number and then the end index number. If you could able to mention it, then I can slice the given list. Okay, it means that I can retrieve the sub content of the given list. So how the slicing could be done? Okay, how the slicing could be done in a Python? Okay, which operator we will be using it? Yes, we will be using a colon here. Okay, so with the help of the colon, okay, we will be able to slice any of the given list. Okay, now let us consider one example here. Okay, so here I will be considering the list here. So what is the name of the list here? The name of the list here is, that is the T. Okay, and then I have specified the elements such as 9, 41, 12, 3, 74, and then the 15. Okay, so I have specified nearly the 6 elements that I have specified. Okay, and then what I will be doing here is that means you can notice here. Okay, here what I will be doing means, here I will be specifying, okay, the how the slicing could be done in a Python means the syntax you need to know first. First of all, we will be specifying here the list name followed by the square bracket, and then here I will be specifying the index number. Okay, so here the start index number I will be specifying, and then here the end index number I will be specifying, and then in between the starting index number and then the end index number I will be using a colon. Okay, now what you need to understand here is that suppose I will be giving this particular statement as, that is T1 is to 3. Okay, so then what will be the output of this? Okay, so what will be the output of this particular program means, so you will be getting the output as, that is 41, 12 here. So why 41 and 12 will only be displayed? That is what is the question, right? Because here I have specified in this particular list called P, I have specified 6 elements, but why I will be getting only the output as, that is the 41 and 12? Okay, so why I will be getting only 41 and 12 means, because I have specified here the index number, that is 1, I have specified the index number, and then 3 also I have specified the index number. But what the each and every student will be having a misconception here is that the index number 1 will also be printed, the index number 2 will also be printed, and then the index number 3 will also be printed. Because some of the students will be having a confusion that 1 is to 3 means starting element will be 1, index starting element index number will be the 1, and then the 3 index number element also will be displayed as an output, but that is not the case in the slicing. Okay, so here 1 is to 3 means what? Only the index number 1 and then the index number 2 element, okay, will be included. The third, okay, index number element will be discarded. Okay, so that's why I have purposefully kept here, that is, remember, what you need to remember here is that just like in a strings, okay, so here it is up to but not including, it is up to 3 here means what? the index number 1 and then the index number 2 is going to be printed. Okay, so that's why you can notice here that 41 and 12 will be printed as an output here. Okay, and then here in this particular next statement, you can notice here is that is here I have taken the list name T, and then here I have not specified, okay, the starting index number I have not specified. I have only specified the end index number. Okay, so here what will be the output? So then if I have not specified the starting index number, okay, so then what will be the starting index number? Okay, so by default, the Python interpreter, it is going to be taking the value as the 0 itself. It begins from the 0 here. Say here, 0 means what? The 9 will be printed, and then 41, and then the 12, and then the 3. See, why not 74 will be printed as an output here? Because even though I have given here the index number as a 4 means, so then 74 should also be printed, right? Because some of the students will be having that particular concept that yes, 74 should also have been printed. But here we are not telling that up to here in slicing concept, only up to the 4th index number. Up to 4th index number means what? The 4th index number element will not be included. Okay, only 0, 1, 2, 3. So in simple way, let me tell that. Okay, 4 if is the end index number, means one less you do. Okay, means what? The up to 3 it will be printed. Up to 3rd index number will be printed. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's why you will be getting the output as that is here 9, 41, 12, 13. Okay, so what is the difference between this statement and this statement? You clearly got now. Here in this statement, I have specified both the starting index number and then the end index number. Here I have specified only the end index number. Okay, and then here in this particular next statement, okay, I will be specifying only the starting index number. I will be specifying. I will not be specifying the end index number. Okay, so if I am not specifying the end index number, means what will be the output? Okay, so the starting index number starts from the, what is that? The 3 here. Okay, and then here up to the end of the list. Okay, up to the end of the list means what? 74, and then the 15 element will be included. Even though I have not specified here the end index number, the Python interpreter is going to take the, okay, it is going to take by default, okay, all the elements that are going to be present from starting from the index number 3 up to the end of the list. Okay, and then here in this particular statement, you can notice that here I have not specified neither the starting index number nor the end index number. I have specified it. I have not specified here both the things. Okay, so if I have not specified both the things and just I have mentioned here the list name, and in the square bracket I am mentioning it as a colon means, okay, so then all the elements will be printed. You can notice that 9, 41, 12, 3, 74, and then the 15. So all the elements is going to be displayed. Okay, so that's why slicing, okay, in the Python, okay, can be done on a list using an operator that is the colon. Okay, now we will be having a look into this, the next important concepts. Okay, now you clearly understood how the slicing can be done. Okay, now we will be looking into this. What are all the different types of the methods, built-in methods that we will be using? Okay, what are all the different types of the methods that we are going to use? Okay, on the list here. Okay, so there are these. So in this particular column, I have listed all the method name, and here I have specified all the description of the element. Okay, so here nearly I have specified the 11 methods. Okay, so and we are going to see all these 11 methods one by one. Okay, so here first we will be looking into this. What do you mean by this append method? So here this particular append method, okay, the description of this particular append method is that it adds an element at the end of the list. Okay, now see here how actually the append method is going to work. How the append method adds an element at the end of the list, and in what way we can write, okay, a code, okay, or a program in a Python so that I can add an element at the end of the list. Okay, so you need to know all these things and all. Okay, so now let us discuss all these particular methods one by one now. Okay, we will be having a discussion regarding this one by one. Okay, so the first method, okay, that what we are going to have a discussion here is that that is the append method. Okay, so the append method is the method, okay, which is going to be used to add an element. Now the question arises here is that yes, I will add an element, okay, to the list, but where that element will be existing, whether it will be there at the beginning of the list, or whether it will be there at the middle of the list, or whether it will be there at the end of the list, or whether whatever the index number that I will specify, there it will go, and all. So that those are all the questions that arises. Okay, so here add an element to the end of the list. Okay, so when we will be using the append method, it is going to add an element to the end of the list. Okay, to the end of the list, that particular element is going to be appended. Okay, so here now you can notice here is that, okay, now you can notice that by taking an example. Okay, so here I have taken the fruits. Okay, so fruits is nothing but the list name. Okay, fruits is nothing but what is that? The list name. Okay, and then I will be taking the apple, banana, and then the cherry, because since I have specified the list name as fruits itself means, so I need to take an object pertaining to the fruits. So that's why I have taken apple, banana, and then the cherry. Okay, so then for this particular list, fruits list, okay, I want to add an orange, because I want to add an orange, because nowadays orange is all about, that is the vitamin C is more in that particular fruit. So I want to add it to this particular fruits list. Okay, so how I can do that? How I can do that means, see, what is the syntax you need to understand? First of all, the syntax here is that the list name. Okay, so here the list name that I have taken here it as the fruits. Okay, and then here then we will be using a method called as, that is the append method. Okay, and then I will be specifying the value for that. Okay, so here what is the value? Orange. Okay, so what is the syntax means? List name dot, okay, and then here method name, and then in bracket you are going to specify the value for it. Okay, so here orange, I'm going to append it to the existing fruit list. So when I will be printing the fruit list, okay, I will be getting the output as, you can notice that the orange will be included to the existing fruit list, but where it will be included? It will be included at the end of the list itself. Okay, so now you clearly have noticed about the, what is that, the theoretical explanation about the what, the how the append method helps in adding an element at the end of the list. Okay, now we will be clearly using. Okay, now we will be looking into this, how actually we can implement. Okay, we will be knowing that what is the practical implementation, okay, of the append method. Okay, now we will be clearly looking into that particular concept, how this particular append method helps to add an element at the end of the list. Okay, so here you can notice here, so the same thing, that is the fruits is nothing but what is that, the list name, and I have taken apple, banana, and then the cherry, and then I will be using this append method. Okay, and I'm going to add an orange to the existing fruit list, and then when I will be printing the fruits here, okay, you can notice that, okay, you can notice here that orange is going to be printed at the end of the list. Now, okay, let me do the changes here. Now, suppose, see here, now suppose if I want to add, okay, that is the ECA section. Okay, I want to add ECA section. Okay, so here let me clearly illustrate that. Okay, so here if I want to add, that is ECA section. Okay, so here I want to add this EC. Okay, so here when I will be executing this particular code, okay, you can notice that, okay, at the end of this particular list, okay, you can notice here that is EC is going to be displayed, okay, at the end of the list. It means that, okay, whatever the value that you are going to specify, that will be included at the end of the list. Okay, so here now you clearly understood the practical implementation, okay, about the append method. Okay, now let us move towards the next important method. Okay, that is the clear method. Okay, so now for what purpose the clear method is going to be used? Okay, so as the name itself indicates, okay, clear means what? Okay, clear means what? Clear is nothing but what is that? Already you might be using, okay, that is clinic all clear. Okay, there in the advertisement they will tell that it clears all the dandruffs. Okay, it removes all the dandruff. All right. So similarly in the Python, okay, the clear method, it is going to be used to remove all the elements. Okay, to remove all the elements from the list. Okay, we will be using this clear method. Okay, now how this clear method will be used? Okay, you can clearly notice here in this particular slide that, okay, here I have declared the list name as a fruits, and I have included the apple, banana, and then the cherry. And then already I have told you that what is the syntax of using the built-in methods to the list. What is the syntax means? That is the list name. Okay, and then dot, what is that? The method name. So here the method name, what we are going to use it is the clear method. Okay, that is fruits dot clear. Okay, so then if I could able to print this fruits means, then I will be getting the output as only the square bracket. Okay, so what about the elements that are going to be present here? That is the apple, banana, and then the cherry. Okay, so all these elements will be removed. So all the elements will be removed. Okay, with the help of what? With the help of the clear method. Okay, so clear method helps us in clearing or in removing all the elements, okay, from the given list. Okay, so now you understood the theoretical explanation. Okay, now we will be moving into this, that is the practically implementation, okay, about this particular clear method, so that it would be easy for you, okay, in order to get the information regarding this clear method. Okay, so here now how this clear method is going to be implemented practically means, okay, you can notice that. Okay, so here you can see here is that I have used here the name of the list as a fruits, and then here apple, banana, and then the cherry. These are the elements that will be stored here. And then what I will be doing here is that fruits dot clear. That means that list name dot clear. Okay, and then as the name itself indicates, clear means the output you should tell whatever might be the input here, the output you should get that it should remove all the elements that are going to be present. So here, so that's why you will be getting the output as only the square bracket. Okay, now let me execute this particular program. Okay, so if I could able to execute this particular program now, okay, you can notice here is that you will be getting only the output which is empty. Okay, even though the elements are present in the list, but since I have used the clear method, okay, so it removes all the elements from the given list. Okay, so now we will move towards the, okay, the different types of the methods. Okay, so next, okay, the method that what we are going to have a discussion in today's class is, that is the copy method. Okay, so most of the students, you have heard this word, that is the copy. Okay, you have heard this word copy because some of students might copy some of the features. I'm not talking about copying in the examination and all. So I'm talking about you will be copying some of the dressing sense, some of the styles and all. So you will be having any of the features that you will be copying. It depends upon the student taste. Okay, so here what do you mean by this copy method? Okay, in terms of the Python programming language. Okay, so here the copy method, okay, it is going to copy the content of the one list to the another variable. Okay, it is going to copying the content of the list. Now you can notice here is that here I have specified the fruits, okay, as the list name. Okay, and then here apple, banana, and then the cherry. These are all the elements that are going to be stored under this particular list name, that is fruits. Okay, and then how I can use the copy method? Okay, I want to copy the content of the fruits to the variable x. So how I can do that? Okay, so how I can do that means, okay, so this particular statement, okay, will help you to do that. Okay, so how that this particular statement will be done means, so the syntax is, that is the list name and then dot, and then here you will be using, that is the method name. So here which method that we are using? Here we are using the copy method. So it is going to copy the content of the fruits to what? To the variable x. So then when I will be printing the value of the x, okay, at that time you will be getting the output as, okay, that is, you can notice here you will be getting the output as, that is here the apple, banana, and then the cherry. Okay, so here you will be getting all these three outputs. Okay, that is the apple, banana, and then the cherry will be included. Okay, will be copied to the content. Okay, the content of this particular fruits will be copied. Okay, and then it will be added to the variable x, and then when you will be printing the value of the x, then you will be getting the output as, that is the apple, banana, and then the cherry. Okay, so here now we will be looking into this, the practical implementation. Okay, so here how it will be done. Okay, we will be having a look into that particular concept, so that it would be easy for you, okay, in order to understand that. Okay, so we will be now looking into this, the methods, that is the how actually the copy method, okay, is going to be used in the practical implementation. Okay, so here you can notice that. Okay, see here, here in this particular example, okay, you can notice that the apple, banana, and then the cherry is there, and then I will be using a method called as a copy method. Okay, so with the help of this copy method, the content will be copied. The content will be copied and it will be stored under the variable x. So when I will be printing the variable x, okay, then I will be getting the output as, that is the apple, banana, and then the cherry. Okay, so here now what you need to understand. Okay, so here suppose if I could able to change here, instead of this x here, I will be taking any other variable, that is as a y, and then I will be executing this one means. Okay, so then I will be executing means, now you can notice here is that you will be getting an error. Okay, so what error you will be getting? Okay, so what error you will be getting means, okay, you can notice that, okay, you will be getting that trace back. Okay, line 5 in the module, name error, that is name y is not being yet being defined, because I have not defined the variable name y. Okay, so then if I'm trying to use it in the print statement means, yes, obviously it is going to give the error itself. Okay, so that's why it is going to tell you that clearly that yes, the name error, that is the name y is not yet being defined. Okay, so this is how, okay, we will be copying the content of the one list to the another list. Okay, so here so far, okay, just quick recap, okay, of the today's class. Okay, what are all the things that we had a discussion. Okay, so in today's class, okay, we had a started with the discussion, that is how slicing could be done. Okay, how the slicing could be done in a list. Okay, so here the slicing can be done in a list with the help of using the colon operator. Okay, and then even we had looked into the different types of the examples also. Okay, how what will happen when we specify both the starting index number and then the end index number, and then what will happen if I could able to specify only the end index number, and then what will happen if I could able to specify only the starting index number, and then what will happen if I could not able to specify both the starting and as well as the end index number and all. Okay, so that's what we had seen. Okay, and then even we had seen the, okay, what are all the different types of the methods. Okay, we had looked into the today's class that how to append an element into the list. Okay, we had seen the theoretical explanation and as well as the practical implementation, okay, of the append method. Okay, and then even the clear method also we had seen. Okay, and then the copy method also we had seen in this today's class. So in the next class we will be having a look into this, that is the count method. Okay, and then the different types of the remaining methods. Okay, so here